in all honesty, like in all of the things that we do, and this is something that I'm taking from you, and I want you to kind of expand on is that we got to win at home first, right? I think a lot of us are outward focused. You know, we got to get out there and make money. We got to protect our family from the world. And those are like all external things. But even in what I just said, in terms of like, yeah, I'm going to be the best dad in my home and I'm going to be the best man I can be in my home. But like ultimately, my kids have to go out into the world. So if I don't win at home first, man, we're fighting a losing battle. So so when you say I was like, when you say win at home first, like can you kind of lay that out for us? What do you mean by it? I just kind of gave my interpretation, but what does that mean for you?
Yeah, so well, I'll give you an example. So my son, right? He's going to grow up to be his own man one day and hopefully, have his own family and own children someday. So when I say it starts at home, that means he sees exactly how I love on my wife, how I love on his mother, the conditional love that we have for each other, how we communicate with each other. We don't yell if we have a disagreement. He comes in there and say, if we actually start talking too loud, he's like, "Hey, hey, hey, hey." And we had to tell him, like, "Oh, like, hey, we're okay. Daddy and mommy's communicating." But just to have him do that and know that, this is how you communicate. We don't raise our voice, we don't curse at each other. We may have disagreements, but we always have a cool head and we always communicate to the point where we get our beliefs or how we feel across, but also be receptive to what our significant other is telling us. So he sees the dialogue that we have in our home. He sees the affection that I give my wife and I also give him. There is nothing wrong with being affectionate with my son. One of the things I feel like as men, and this is something that may have been back in the day with how my father grew up. He had to be tough during that time. He couldn't really show his emotions like that. So for me, I don't have to necessarily be that same way. I can show my emotions and show my son that affection is this is how men handle themselves. Vulnerability is not a weakness. Vulnerability is not a weakness. I feel like as men, vulnerability is probably one of the greatest strengths you can have because if you can be open and be direct with how you're feeling, you don't have to keep that in. And I feel as men, sometimes we keep that in, and then that kind of trickles out to certain things where we have an outburst, or we actually or we say things that are not meant in that situation because we keep everything bottled in. If I feel like if men and just men just in general, if we are comfortable and vulnerable enough to express how we truly feel, regardless of whether we feeling, sad, mad at the time, whatever the case may be, but just to say that and acknowledge that, I think that's powerful, especially for men.